I was invited on this video game character cruise and decided to document the experience just in case something goes horribly wrong. Let me introduce you to who invited me on this trip. We're on Disney Cruise Lines. I'm honored to be here, King Mickey. Just real quick, who's the captain of this vessel?
The Morgan. Are we going to Tahiti?
If it ain't Tahiti, it's Guarma. Who's the co-captain, Mick? Is the rest of the hunt on the boat? I don't think this is a Disney cruise line. It looks nothing like the brochures. Who's the cruise director? Are we on Umbrella Cruise Lines? We're at the dining area now. Gonna grab some food. Who's the manager of this place? Mick, I'm scared. Excuse me, waiter. Yes, I would like to order, please. Thank you. How are you here? We get live entertainment with dinner, at least. That's something, I hope. Who's up there on stage? Oh my God! Look, I locked the door. We gotta get the hell out of here, Mickey. What do you mean they're sending in a cleanup crew? What kind of cleanup crew are you talking about? The flood are loose on the boat. This whole thing's a nightmare. Give me a flotation device. I'm going overboard. Quick recap on the situation. In the previous video in this storyline, I went on a cruise with King Mickey, and while there were some interesting people running that boat, the real trouble came when we sat down for dinner and the flood from Halo came out as the entertainment. Naturally, chaos ensued. I jumped overboard, and now I'm stranded on an island with video game characters. So, let's take a look around. Someone's crying on the beach over there. Where the hell were you, Chief? The flood were loose. Someone's taking charge of this situation while John's going through it over there. He's trying to get to the bottom of this. Someone started a fire on the beach. He survived! I didn't even want to take out the loan. The game just forced me to. Went to gather resources. Gather or steal? Someone went out hunting for food. Well, he'll roll back here with something. Who went to find water? Can't he just make some? Someone's building a shelter. He's a professional with that. Someone disappeared last night. Probably went into the witness protection program again. We got someone trying to send an SOS. Hopefully she gets the word out. We got someone trying to build a boat for us over there. It's a prototype. Cortana said someone's trying to look for us. I don't know if I want to be found. And the big question, do we get rescued? Guess I'll see you in hell, Tom. I guess I should give a recap of the story thus far. Let's see. Originally, I was invited on a cruise with King Mickey. That went horribly wrong. The flood from Halo came out as the mid-dinner entertainment. So naturally, a bunch of us jumped overboard, and then we were stranded on an island. And unfortunately, we were rescued by Diablo. So now we're locked up in his realm of terror in the burning hell. So, you know, the situation's been better. But let me tell you how things are going down here. I got a cellmate. Not sure if he's actually there, if he's in my head. Doesn't really matter anymore. There's also a bully down here outside of Diablo. He says he's right at home. We had someone who tried to escape. Apparently he tried doing a barrel roll. Didn't work out too well. Diablo's got a lot of people working for him. A few of them as guards, like Michael DeSanta. Wow, damn. Witness protection really worked deep. Michael disappeared on the island, so I guess this is where he ended up. Good for him, I guess. And the other guard is, Yo, he was on the boat! Someone misbehaved and got put into solitary. He's never going to get to Tahiti now. Oddly enough, we get to eat down here. It's nothing you want to eat, but they make you. And it's made by, the Emperor. We're eating tadpoles for breakfast. You want to help me break out of hell? Well, you know a few things about it. All right, Dracula. Well, do we escape Diablo's realm of terror? No shit. Okay. Wait, am I a vampire now? Is that how this works? How'd I get into this situation, you ask? No, that's a very good question. It all started when I went on a cruise with King Mickey that was overran by the flood, hopped overboard, was stranded on an island, was rescued from said island by Diablo. However, surprise, surprise, turns out he wasn't rescuing us. He just locked us up in his realm of terror in the burning hells. But then I was broken out of there by Dracula, and now we're on a road trip back to his castle. So I have no idea what is going on. I'm back here in the middle seat because I'm the last minute addition to this trip. So who's your co-driver up there, Drac? Does he know where we're going? Potentially. You've worked with Chaos before, haven't you? Oh, that was a different Chaos. Makes sense, because this one's getting the upholstery all wet. All right, who's in charge of the navigation? Yeah, he might know his way around. What kind of music are we listening to? No. I thought we were leaving hell! Anyone bring snacks? Yo, are we a snack? Someone brought games to play. Do I look like I want to play games? What kind of games are we gonna play? Hide the eye? Anybody get left behind? 1 through 7 are the characters above. 8 is no one. Never let anyone tell you that dreams don't come true. Well, since we're using game locations, we'll use this roll to dictate which game world I'll be stuck in based on the character. I'm on a Halo? I gotta be real. I don't really care about this part, but did they make it to Dracula's castle? Good for them. I gotta worry about getting off this run. I'd call out for help, but I'm worried about who might answer. The flood have backed off a little bit, so let me catch up on things. It all started when I went on a cruise where the flood came out as a mid-dinner entertainment, hopped overboard, was rescued by Diablo. Turns out he wasn't rescuing us, he just locked us up in the burning hells. But then I was broken out of there by Dracula, and we were going on a road trip back to his castle. Still not sure how that was working. Anyway, I got left behind from there on a Halo ring, so this really came full circle. Fortunately, I met a group of survivors here, being led by King Boo. It's hard to turn him. Now, the second in command of the group is, well, he likes to run it back. There's a medic here for what it's worth. I don't think he's a licensed practitioner. We got someone out there scavenging for supplies. He gives them the slip. We also got a designated fighter. They love to fight the flood. He does a lot of damage. We always have someone keeping lookout also. 2 heads are better than 1. Did anyone get infected, you ask? Very good question. 1 through 7 of the characters above, including myself, but 8 means no one did. That's very close to being me. Now for the big question, do we manage to survive the flood? Perfect. Very important follow-up question, do we get rescued from the Halo ring? This little detour could have gone far worse. So the next logical question is, who's doing the rescuing? Well, I'm glad you finally came, Chief. Oh man, where to begin? It all started with a cruise that was overran by the flood, hopped overboard, was pulled out by Diablo, and locked up in the burning hells for some reason. Then I got broken out of there by Dracula. En route to his castle, I got left behind on a Halo ring. Still have no idea how that happened. Met a group of survivors there, and we waited out the flood until Master Chief came and picked us up, and now we're back home, and I'm just looking to have a good time, so you gonna let me into the club? What if I pay the cover charge? Money talks more than I do. Okay, a little thirsty. Where's the bartender? Barkeep, can I get a drink? Yeah, but I'll have it in a separate cup. I don't want to drink out of you. Whew, damn, that should become new how to make a drink. Which is kind of weird to say, but it's making his music sound better. Who's the DJ? It sounds like I'm back in hell. This dance floor kind of fire, though. Oh, shit. Sorry. Why are you looking at me like that, man? Mr. Sippy Cup, I think someone's flagged over here, man. He's going through something. I don't know what. Think of this as a prototype for the next situation, Cuphead. I don't know what to tell you. I'll go back to the dance floor. I've had a long trip. Hey, Chief. Glad to see you're having a good time, finally. I noticed you staring at me from across the way, and I just wanted to find out why. YMCA. Why are you doing that? Slow down, Chief. Who's looking for me? Dutch. Last time I saw Dutch, he was locked up in solitary in hell. A lot's happened on this little Odyssey of mine so far, but here's the relevant info. At one point, I was locked up in the burning hells by Diablo himself, and while I was there, I met Dutch Vanderlyn. Dutch was thrown into solitary while I got broken out by Dracula. I had a bit of a detour, but eventually I made my way back to Earth and decided to hit up the club to celebrate. At the end of the night, who did I meet but Dutch himself? No idea how he got out. I thought he was there to fight me. Turns out he was just trying to recruit me to be the getaway driver for a heist he was looking to pull. This guy's always hustling. I said yeah because I got nothing better to do since I got back to Earth, so who's the rest of the team, Dutch? Who's running support? That's some pretty big support. A big robot ain't enough. Alright, I'll give that one to you. What do we got for crowd control then? You must have gone mad. What else you need if you got the Daedric Prince of Madness? Yo, did she come from hell? Let me guess. Lily's how you got out of the burning hells. Okay, who's the safecracker, Dutch? I haven't seen you in a minute, Mick. How you been? That cruise really went to shit, Mickey. Hope you got a refund. Anyway, Dutch, who's working on the inside? We sure about this? Anyone working undercover? 1 through 7 are the characters above the mastermind, but an 8 means we get away. Dutch, why is Optimus Prime's cousin looking at us like that? We got a standoff. Highest number wins. First up is Dutch. With a 17, what about Liberty Prime? With a 16. Congratulations, Dutch, but everyone in the area saw that giant robot coming after us, so get your ass in the car. We gotta leave now. We're about to hide out at this hotel in the middle of nowhere because I've lost control of my life, but let me catch you up on the relevant info. I served hard time with Dutch Vanderlyn in the Burning Hells. Very long story, but we both managed to escape on our own terms and regroup back on Earth in the club of all places. He recruited me for a heist, and I said yes because, well, I'm a glutton for punishment. And the heist went off pretty well. We had someone turn against us, Liberty Prime, but Dutch gave him the business, and now here we are trying to lie low, so let's check in with the doorman. Hey, can I get through? Man, why are you laughing like that? Can I get in? Hello, I think you need a more mentally stable doorman. My name is Gerald Lang. You can call me Jerry for short. I need the biggest room you got, preferably to fit about 7. What do you mean I gotta pay the soul toll? Hopefully Lilith can pay for that. If not, we got enough money. Who's this person in the lobby? He's giving me the cold shoulder. Hey, bellhop, how you doing? Yeah, we got a few bags. Don't open them. Been working here long? Oh, shut up. I'm handling it. Oh, hello. Yes, this is Jerry Lang. I was wondering if housekeeping could bring us up some towels. Yeah, they've been to hell and back. What do you mean by that? Sorry for all the noise next door, but could you please stop banging on the wall? All right, let me say this in a way you might understand. Lawful. And do we successfully manage to lie low? All right. You might make it to Tahiti, Dutch. Sonic, do you think you can clean everything up real quick? And Shea Gorath, do something about all this cheese. You never know how a chance encounter can completely change your life. For instance, I first met Dutch Vanderlyn when we were both locked up in the Burning Hells. Don't worry about how we got there. Either way, we both went our separate ways for a time, but he eventually sought me out to help him out with a heist. That went off successfully, and we evaded capture, and now to celebrate, we're flying out to Tahiti for Dutch's wedding. At least it's not another cruise. I gotta check in now. Hi, my name's Paul Brodo. You got my ticket? What kind of airline is this? Time for everyone's favorite part of flying, going through security. Hello. Oh, shit, you're gonna pat me down? Nightmare? Last time I saw you was on the cruise, bro. Nice to see you found work. I need an attendant. Oh, hello. Can you help me find my seat, please? They really just hiring anybody, huh? Shit, I think someone's sitting next to me. Hello, yes, that's your seat, I get. Hi, Trevor. Last time I saw you was in hell, too. How you doing, man? How'd you get out? Second thought, I don't think I want to know. We got someone else sitting down. I left hell, right? Okay, Claptrap, shut up. Trevor, you need therapy. And who's kicking the back of my seat? Oh, my God. Sorry, I was disassociating. Who did I say the pilot was? Mike Tyson is flying this plane. I guess anybody can learn, but who's his co-pilot? Yeah, that's not making the situation better. And the million-dollar question, do we make it to Tahiti? Please? Yay! Get away from me, Tom! Look, if you were to tell me I would one day be the best man at a wedding for a guy I met while we were both locked up in the Burning Hells, I'd want to say you're crazy, but now I'd say that's about par of the course for how these usually go. Either way, me and Dutch Vanderlyn have quite the storied history. From Diablo's Roma Terror to pulling off a heist to now flying out to Tahiti for his wedding. He's getting married to Lilith, who helped him break out of the Burning Hells. We've had quite the Odyssey, but looks like we're going to have a pretty fun day today. And this music is really setting the mood. The DJ is, well, he rescued us from a Halo ring. Well, me from a Halo ring. Long story. Yo, Chief, real quick. Dutch didn't tell me a whole lot about the ceremony. Do you know who the ring bearer is? Do you know why? Thanks, John. I'm going to keep going. Got to find the maid of honor. It's, Yeah, Trevor's in a dress. Wow, would you look at all this food. Who did Dutch and Lily get to cater to this event? Anyone know? Professor Oak. He catch all this stuff himself? I'm definitely going to be gripping and sipping on the beach once this ceremony is over. Where's the bar? Right there? Okay, that's great. Is that a hacky sack behind the bar? What was that, Chief? Someone crashed the wedding. I mean, Trevor's already here. How bad can it be? I ain't telling him to leave. You can tell him. All right, Dutch, it's your time to shine, man. The priest is walking out there. Dutch, why is he the priest? Tom just asked if anyone objected, and looking out there. Someone raised a hand. Oh, God, who is it? Oh, God! Dutch! Lily, where are you? What are you guys doing here? We are in the middle of a situation, all right? We flew all out to Tahiti for Dutch Vanderlyn and Lilith's wedding, but then Diablo showed up to object to it, and now we're being besieged by his forces from the Burning Hells. Previously, me and Dutch were locked up in his Roma Terror, but we escaped, and we will not go back. Not without a fight! Fortunately, we've been holding out thanks to the command of, a big-ass turtle. There's a lot going on here. The vanguard of our defense is being led by, Minsk and Boo. Go for the eyes, Boo! Our rear guard is being defended by,
One of the best!
we got someone trying to flank Diablo's forces. He's crazy enough to try it. I'm busy running support here in our defensive positions, like helping the medic when I need to. His way of helping people is knocking them out. It's weird. The repairs of our fortifications here are being done by, Johnny Silverhand. I hope he's actually there and I'm not just imagining this shit. We also got someone keeping tabs on the enemy up there. Oh my god! So we had to leave the wedding venue because the flood are back and now Diablo himself is hunting us. Diablo caught up to us, so who's facing off against him? If it lands on a nate where the flood was, he instantly wins. I mean, it's kind of your thing, right? Go get him! Now for the battle, highest number wins it. First up, Diablo. With a 19! Oh shit. What's a Doomslayer pulling out? A nat 20! That's what I'm talking about! That guy did my housekeeping at a hotel I stayed at once. This is why you always leave him a tip.